Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie Haney. It is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020, and I'm here with our updated headlines from WKYC.com and our WKYC app. We do have the new numbers in from the Ohio Department of Health related to reported cases of COVID-19 here in the state of Ohio, and I'll share those with you now. The current total of COVID-19 cases here in Ohio, based on the expanded CDC definition that includes both confirmed positive tests and probable cases of COVID-19, is now 14,694. That's an increase of 577 cases from yesterday. So that's a slight increase in the number of cases if we take a look at what the numbers have been looking like all week long as they've increased with those new cases. Earlier in the week, we saw increases, back-to-back increases in the 1300s. Then we saw increases in the 800s, and then a dip in the increase right around 400, and today we're seeing 577 more cases. So not up at that 1300 level, but slightly more than yesterday, which was about 400. In terms of the number of deaths related to COVID-19, again, based on that expanded CDC definition of positive tests as well as probable cases of COVID-19, we now have a total of 656 deaths here in the state of Ohio. From yesterday to today, that is 46 more people who have lost their lives due to COVID-19. So that is down from the number of new deaths from yesterday's 2 p.m. update, but the total now is 656. There are now 2,960 people who have been hospitalized related to COVID-19 and 900 people of those hospitalized who have been placed in intensive care. The age range of people impacted is less than 1 year old all the way up to 106 years old, with the median age being 51 for people who are reported as having COVID-19 here in the state of Ohio, and 59% of those reported are male and 41% are female. If we want to take a look at how we compare to the nation, according to CNN, in the U.S. there are almost 846,000 reported cases of COVID-19 and a total of 46,972 deaths. Worldwide, there are almost 2.7 million cases and a total of 186,131 deaths. Also, according to CNN, just over a third of the world's population, that's at least 2.7 billion people worldwide, accounting for 1/3 of the world's population, have had their travel or their mobility restricted due to COVID-19 restrictions on their movement throughout this pandemic. Here in Ohio, a young person at Cuyahoga Hills Juvenile Correction Facility has tested positive for COVID-19. This is the first confirmed case within the Ohio Department of Youth Services facility. According to a spokesperson for the facility, what a mouthful, excuse me, a young male showed symptoms of COVID-19 on Monday evening, and the DYS medical director then ordered a COVID-19 test. At that time, the young person was immediately isolated, placed in an empty unit at the facility, and all unnecessary movement of the person was limited at that time. So the test came back positive on Tuesday. Governor Mike DeWine did briefly mention this in his press conference yesterday. The DYS has said in a statement they will continue to adjust facility operational plans to guide additional response efforts and are following all recommended procedures and protocols from the Department of Health and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and they will also continue to work with Cuyahoga County Department of Health as necessary to respond to the situation. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Walmart is now implementing one-way aisles in order to increase physical distancing. All store aisles will be marked with floor decals to help people know what way they are supposed to go in that particular aisle. So customers can expect to see green "Shop This Way" decals, which will show the correct way to walk through the aisles, and red decals to notice that you are not supposed to shop this way. You are not supposed to enter the aisle if you come upon an aisle from the outgoing flow of traffic for that aisle. So this comes days after the company required associates to wear masks or other face coverings while working. Walmart did supply the masks for those employees. The move started in Florida, but Walmart's goal is to have one-way aisles in all of its stores nationwide by the end of April. So they've got about 7 days to get that in effect if they want to meet that goal. As a reminder related to the masks in public, the Cleveland Clinic has released There are top 5 reasons for why we would want to do that. So I'm just going to run down those to give us a quick reminder, because I think it can sometimes be difficult to conceptualize what it is exactly that these masks are supposed to be doing. So the first reason is, although the masks don't keep people from breathing in droplets, they may be able to keep people from spreading the virus if you're a carrier of COVID-19 and you don't have symptoms. So keep in mind, the masks are about protecting other people. Secondly, cloth masks can help to stop the spread of droplets after a cough or a sneeze, limiting the spread even further. Third, masks can prevent you from touching your face, which we could all potentially use help with. I think one thing I've realized in this is that I probably touch my face a lot more than I thought I did. And fourth, on the Cleveland Clinic's list, just the act of seeing masks, they say, are a great visual reminder to keep your physical distance from other people. Again, at least 6 feet apart in public spaces when you have to be out doing essential activities. And fifth, on the Cleveland Clinic's list, masks can help limit the spread of the virus between individuals and objects, as we have now learned that COVID-19 can survive on objects for different periods of time depending on what those objects are. So keep that in mind. We have a lot of information on masks available to you on WKYC.com and our WKYC app. I put together a tutorial for how you can easily make a mask without a sewing machine. There's been a lot of different discussion about using a bandana. According to current CDC guidelines, a bandana is okay to use, but thicker is better. And that's the bottom line, and that's what you want to remember when you're choosing a fabric to make your mask. Thicker is better, and there have also been lots of people putting filters inside the fabric. So if you have a sewing machine, you can make one with the sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can check out that video on our YouTube page on WKYC.com. It's very simple to do. All you need is a piece of fabric and 2 hair ties. Ticketmaster has made some changes after backlash about its refund policy. Turns out Ticketmaster had quietly changed their refund policy to no longer offer full refunds for postponed or rescheduled events, only offering refunds to events that had been formally canceled. Right now, lots of events have been postponed or rescheduled due to COVID-19. Some have been canceled, but a lot more have been postponed, so customers were pretty upset about that. Now, Ticketmaster President Jared Smith says that beginning on May 1st, once a postponed event announces a new date, Ticketmaster ticket holders will be able to begin the refund process, and they will get a notification via email when they're able to do that. So once you get that notification email, the ticket holder will have 30 days, only 30 days, to request a refund. Now, if you do not request a refund within that 30 days, the price that you paid for that ticket will be applied to the rescheduled date for that event. Ticket holders do have other options, though. Ticket holders can also choose to receive a credit for canceled or postponed shows to be applied to a future show. You can donate the refund amount to charity, or you can give your ticket to a healthcare worker. Live Nation also says that for people who opt for the donation, they will match ticket donations. Here is one issue, though, to keep in mind. Many events scheduled for late summer and into the fall and beyond that have been postponed, but they haven't yet canceled or rescheduled their events. So those people have to wait. You can still get that refund eventually if that's what you choose to do, as long as you do it in the 30-day window, but you do have to wait until there's at least a new date on the calendar if you want to get a refund for that. If something is just postponed, you can't necessarily get that refund right away. So not a perfect solution, but a lot of people will probably be happier with that than they were with what was previously happening, which was when a rescheduled event became rescheduled, that was that, no refund for you. Okay, Chesterland Rotary Club is now donating food to university hospitals here at home. The club sent over about 50 pizzas to first responders this morning to thank them for their service. The pizzas even got a police escort today. They were delivered by Bada Bing Pizzas safely to university hospitals. Hospital staff lined up to welcome firefighters and police officers who performed a flag-raising ceremony just outside of the facility today. So spreading some appreciation there at university hospitals today. Thank you for everyone who took a part of that, and thank you for our people who are keeping us safe in the medical work line these days. For those people as well, Starbucks is now extending their free cup of coffee for first responders program. The company says that they've served more than 1 million cups of coffee for free since first starting this campaign, which kicked off last month. It was originally going to run through May 3rd, but that has now been extended to at least May 31st. So this offer is open to doctors, nurses, hospital and medical staff, medical researchers, paramedics, firefighters, and police officers. The free coffee is available at all Starbucks locations throughout the US and Canada. All you have to do is let them know that that's your profession at the register, and they'll hand you your free coffee, no charge, and thank you, and send you on your way. Today, Starbucks tweeted this: "To all the healthcare workers and first responders, you are not alone. As you serve your communities, we're proud to serve you with 1 million free cups of coffee and counting. Thank you for all you do." So thank you to Starbucks for keeping our healthcare workers energized for those long hours that we know that they are all working. One more thing to look forward to tonight. It's the kickoff of the 2020 NFL Draft. That kicks off at 8 p.m. and the Cleveland Browns have the number 10 pick. Lots of discussion about what's going to happen with that as we look to a hopefully more productive 2020 season. We don't know what that will look like, but hopefully we get to play, and hopefully they can show off in those new uniforms and they look just as good on the field as they do in the uniforms. So that's kicking off at 8 p.m. tonight. We will have tons of analysis, reaction from you, and all sorts of things on WKYC.com and our WKYC app. So that's where you're going to want to go for all your information about the draft tonight and what the Browns are doing and what that's looking like. Now you can head to, if you'd like, Governor Mike DeWine's press conference is in process. That's on Facebook and YouTube and our WKYC.com and our WKYC app. We will have continuing coverage through the evening on What's New at 5 p.m. I will see you there, and also in What Matters Most at 6 p.m., Front Row at 7 p.m., and What's Next at 11 p.m. And I will see you back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow for our latest updates. I'm Stephanie Haney.